Today I'm reviewing a 2005 Mercedes G500, which is part of the G-Class series of SUVs that Mercedes has been building since 1979, but unfortunately didn't find its way to the US market until the 2002 model year. This 2005 is part of the W463 series of the G Wagon, sold from 1990 to 2018. With the introduction of this series of the G Wagon, we see the vehicle transition from a very Spartan military vehicle into a high-end luxury SUV designed to compete with vehicles like the Land Rover Range Rover. Now, over the years, we've seen the G Wagon available in a number of different body configurations: 2, 3, 4, and 5-door models, wagon configuration, pickup, and even a convertible model. Now, Mercedes planned to discontinue the G Wagon after the 2005 model year, replacing it with the all-new GL class, but they noticed a large surge in sales from both civilian and military customers in 2005, rescinded their decision to discontinue the model, and the G Wagon lives on today. Now, the G Wagon was designed to have a high-end premium appearance that would appeal to customers that are wealthy, that want to look rugged, and it does that incredibly well. What's so cool about the G Wagon is that it's very similar today as that original G Wagon that came out in 1979. The overall styling has changed very little, yet inside it's filled with luxury and tech features, and under the hood we have a modern day V8. And so it's much more luxurious, it's much more powerful, but it's got that classic styling to it. The other thing that's cool about the G Wagon is that it's not just about appearances. It actually is an incredibly capable SUV. It's got a 4-wheel drive system with a 4 low and high option. It's got locking differentials at the front, center, and rear. And again, this vehicle was designed for military use. So it was designed to be incredibly capable, and that capability lives on today in this vehicle as well as the newer generation of the G Wagon. Now, in terms of the overall styling of the vehicle, again, very basic, looks very similar to those original G Wagons. It's very square, very simple sheet metal, steel body, and very little adornment on the vehicle as well. You will see we get this trim piece coming along the belt line of the vehicle. Little vent going into the engine compartment here. Side reflectors at the front and rear of the vehicle to help with visibility. Chrome lettering, chrome running boards. Again, a couple little touches like that to give it a more premium look. And then, of course, some modern day features like side blinkers, help with visibility and safety. And then, of course, wheels are important. Nice set of 18-inch wheels. You'll see this model, they've been blacked out, and they're sitting on a set of BFG KO2s, giving it that more rugged appearance as well. So you've got the fender flares at the front and back. And then up on the front of the vehicle, again, very similar to the original G Wagon, with a few little adornments to give it that more modern premium look. Hood sits up a little bit taller than these side fenders. Got our blinkers mounted on top, which again gives it that really cool old school look. Circular headlights, and we've got our Mercedes emblem on the front as well as one on the hood, so that you know that this is a high-end, expensive vehicle. We've also got fog lights integrated down here in the bumper, and it's worth noting that the headlights have little sprayers to clean off these lenses. So all around, really cool looking vehicle. Back likewise has a really cool look to it, very traditional European SUV look, where it's very skinny, very tall. One of my favorite design cues on the vehicle that really kind of stands out is that it's got these tail lights that are horizontally mounted all the way down here at the bottom. Again, just gives it a really unique look. This rear hatch or door opens up, swings out here on the driver's side, and we've got our spare tire mounted on the back, again with a premium cover to give it that more high-end look. It's got the chrome wraparound and then Mercedes emblem there in the middle. You also notice that we've got parking sensors integrated into the bumper, again some of those modern day features. And this vehicle also has a set of aftermarket mud flaps. So all around, a really cool vehicle, definitely one of a kind, great looking premium vehicle that again has that really classic rugged looks. If you're wealthy, you're looking for an expensive vehicle that has a rugged appearance, it's going to be pretty hard to beat the G Wagon. Converting a military vehicle into a high-end luxury SUV is quite a challenge, but Mercedes done it about as well as you possibly could. See, the vehicle's got a really nice overall layout to it, high quality materials throughout, and tons of luxury and tech features. It does have some shortcomings in terms of functionality and build quality, but that's attributable to the fact that this vehicle came out in 1990, so it's a little bit dated compared to a modern day Mercedes. We get power windows, power seat for driver and front passenger, and memory settings for 3 drivers. This driver's seat also can be adjusted with these controls here. Lumbar support, side support, bottom support. So you can really adjust it to your personal preferences. Got automatic headlights, power mirrors, sprayers for those front headlights. We've got cruise control. Steering wheel has a combination of leather wrapping and wood wrap. Controls on the left hand side for some vehicle settings. Right hand side for Bluetooth and audio. Pretty basic instrument cluster. Tachometer on the left, speedometer in the middle, fuel gauge on the right. Center dash here, we've got our front locking differential, center and rear. Heated seats for driver and front passenger. Windshield wiper for the back and sprayer for the back. Traction control, hazard lights, locking of the doors, and then a tow mode. You'll see this vehicle's got an aftermarket stereo. Dual zone climate control down below for driver and front passenger, heat and air conditioning. Button here for the 4 low and high option. Small compartment here, cup holder, and then center console. Mirrors self-dimming, has the ability to program up to 3 garage door openers. And then we've got a sliding sunroof up above as well. Control for that is right here. Back seat of the G Wagon is decent in terms of space. Not overly spacious, but not tight either. So we got 2 cup holders down here in the center console, as well as some vents and 12-volt outlet in there. Our seats do fold down in a 60-40 split, just the seat backs. Got a lever back here on the side. This is one of those things where you can definitely tell that it's a more dated vehicle because it's not quite as easy to use as a more modern day seat. And of course the seats don't fold down quite as well, but does potentially allow for some increased rear cargo space. And then coming around to the back of the vehicle, we've got the side swinging door here. Because of the dimensions of this vehicle, a lot of cargo space back here because it's very tall and square, so it's very efficient space. And then you'll see over here on the driver's side, we also get a 12-volt outlet in the back. The G500 comes with a 5-liter V8 under the hood that's got 292 horsepower and 336 pound-feet of torque. Although that sounds like a pretty good amount of power, this vehicle weighs 5,500 pounds, so the 0-60 time is a very unimpressive 10.2 seconds. They also offer the G Wagon in a G55 AMG, which has a 5.4-liter V8 with 469 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. That was the most powerful engine that you could get in any SUV at its time. With that engine, you see that 0-60 time drop to 5.6 seconds. Now, both of these engines were paired to a 5-speed automatic transmission and saw an EPA rating of 11 miles per gallon in the city and 13 miles per gallon on the highway. Later years of the G Wagon were also offered with either a 4-liter V8 turbo or a 5.5-liter V8 turbo. Driving the G Wagon is very different from other vehicles that are out there, especially within the US market, and it really is a unique driving experience. One thing that's pretty cool is that sitting here in the driver's seat, you're quite a bit taller than the hood. So the hood is sitting down below us. It makes it really feel like you're sitting up very tall, and it gives you really good visibility looking out over the front of the vehicle. The other thing that's really cool is that we've got those step-down fenders with the blinkers sitting on top, and I've got a perfect view of both of those blinkers. I don't know why that's cool, but for some reason it is. It just kind of reminds you that you're driving this really cool, classic vehicle that is very different from anything else that's out there. Now, obviously, there are some shortcomings with the shape of this vehicle, the profile of this vehicle. It's got a short wheelbase. It's very square, so ride quality is not all that good. Handling's not that impressive. And essentially, it's a block of cheese. So you're getting a lot of wind noise coming into the vehicle. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, that's not what you're going for in this vehicle. If you want a vehicle with better fuel economy, better performance, better handling, that's why they've got the Mercedes ML and GL class. You can definitely get that in those vehicles. But again, what's cool about this is just that it's so one of a kind. It's so unique. It's unique to drive. You know, it's unique to look at,
and it's such a cool vehicle.
So that's the 2005 model, the Mercedes G500. You definitely make a few compromises with this vehicle, but all around it is a one-of-a-kind vehicle. On the exterior, it's got the look of a classic vehicle, very rugged, very capable looking. Likewise, it's incredibly capable off-road, yet inside it's still very luxurious, filled with tech features, very powerful V8 under the hood. Ride quality is not as good, refinement's not as good as a modern day Mercedes, and of course fuel economy is absolutely dismal. But beyond all of those shortcomings on the G500, it is such a cool classic vehicle. If you have any comments or questions on the G-Wagon, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.